who are you Blues fan? We're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Blue Note Hockey Fan Report. Yes, it is that time of the day. It is the Blue Note Hockey Fan Report where we are talking puck. We're smack pucking. That's what we're doing. We're smack pucking today. Oh my goodness, it is the day after. It is the aftermath. It is the day after a Wednesday Night Wonder. I'm trying to come up with a better name. I was thinking maybe you could do something with Mile High Massacre, but that doesn't work, obviously, with what's happening in our world today. But I know there's got to be a good one out there, something, because the Monday Night Miracle now has a sister or a brother or a sibling, however you want to put it. Jason Nichols. Oh, first of all, I gotta say it. He is here. We know he's here. He loves us. He's always here. Not very well. I'll tell you that. Oh my goodness. Knock on wood, this isn't the last happy show, but just in case, let's share it wide and make it fun. Absolutely, Jason. Absolutely. Krug will not be back. It was put out today. He will not be back for games 6 or 7. Look, I know he's skating, but he just started skating. If the Blues make it to round 3, maybe you see him in the back end of round 3, maybe, but I don't think so. I really don't. You know, it's a do or die situation. If he could go, he would go. And if you're saying he's not going to go for either of the do or dies, that says a lot to me. The Wednesday Night Meltdown, that works for them, not us, right? That works for Colorado. They can call it that. We shouldn't call it that because we didn't melt down. And actually, see, I disagree with a lot of people. You watch that game. I don't think Colorado melted down, and I don't think Colorado played down, right? I was watching NHL Network last night, and they were saying, well, Colorado went to a defensive posture and all. No, they didn't. Colorado didn't go to a defensive posture. I think St. Louis changed something, right? They changed something. They were dumping the puck, but not the same way. They weren't firing it at the boards to go around. They were firing it at a direct spot. They were trying to get it to come out a little bit. I'm there. Maybe. That's too long. That's too literal there. Chris, and I know you're a literal guy. It's a little too literal. No, we don't. And that's one interesting thing. I got to say this. The NHL put out a couple days ago that games 5 and 6, the times for games 5 and 6, but not for game 7. And I just went, I wonder why they did that. Well, we're going to 6 games. So I hope they put out, and I think if it'll be a Sunday game, it'll be the only game. So I'm thinking it'll be a primetime game. maybe an early afternoon game since it's a Sunday, but it's gonna be a primetime game in my eyes. I really do think that it will be that primetime game. We have a special today, and I'm waiting for Shockey to show up. Absolutely hoping Shockey shows up. So I'm standing by for the Shock Man, see if he shows up. Braden Bittler says that 81-18-91 9 last night. It wasn't just them. Bob, how you doing? Okay, well, before Shockey shows up, let me put this out for you guys. Let me see if I can find this real quick. I've been doing a lot of stuff today. So I wrote an article. Yes, I did. I got an article out on Inside the Rink. About 40 of you have perused it. I called it the shots that stopped the avalanche or caused the avalanche, something like that. I can't remember now my own article. Yeah, there we go. Let me see. What was I trying to do? Now I'm going all. There's something special today, and I want to show you guys something. I got to find it. You got to give me a moment. You know, I never find things easily. Come on, where is it? I named it out as the shot that brought down the avalanche. Little play on words. Oh, here it is. Okay. So let me go. I'm going to Sam. Right? Actually, it's not that cold. It's just because the water's actually in the 80s, right? But because your body's in the 90s, that feels cold, right? Well, thank you, Bob. I greatly appreciate that. I got told by Marianne that she thought it was one of my best. I hope that you guys like it. I hope I keep getting better each time I write. Okay. Now, I told you that there was something special today, and I'm going to bring it up right here, right now. Right? Our buddy Chris Shockey's birthday is today, and he's 104 years old. And for this old man, there's something that we need to do for him, and I'm going to show you in a second. You go to my page, Guy Benson, on Facebook, and you're going to see this right here, right? Chris Shockey is asking to donate money for his birthday in his name to the St. Louis Blues Warrior Hockey Program. And if you know me, you know how much I support the Warrior Hockey Program. And where is my Warriors jersey? Is it hanging up here somewhere? I don't see my Warriors jersey. I probably have it hanging up in my closet. Give me just a sec. Let's see if I can pop it out. Yeah. I'm knocking my Kelly Chase and my Pronger over. Chris Pronger says donate to Shockey's birthday thing for the Blues Warriors. Right? As you know, I'm a member of the Blues Hockey Warriors. Please. He's only asking for a total of $200. I think 2 people have donated. It's at like the last I looked at like $70, something like that. All I got to ask, if you can spare $10, spare $20 and go out and just, donate the money. The Warriors do a great job for our disabled veterans. I absolutely love them. And I'm putting that out there. Agreed, Rob. Guy's recent article was great. Good analysis of Miracle of Wednesday. Not a good one. Danny, hey Danny, how you doing? I don't know if I got my group. If I got my if I got my article in your group or not, but hopefully I did, Danny. Let's, and again, if you guys can support Shock, I'm going to leave this up here for a little bit while we're talking. I think I can do it this way. That way, yeah, you guys can see me a little bit. Happy birthday, Shocky. Yes. August, you do a good job there. It's engaging and enjoy talking. you're taking the time to manage this. Thank you, Guy, and hope you and your family stay well there. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. I guess the Cardinals are losing 4-2 to the Brewers. I haven't gotten into baseball this year. It just doesn't have that same. Did you see? Or I was looking down on the goal. Yeah, I did see that. Of course not. Vince isn't around. He's not going to be around, right? I mean, and then I loved hearing all of the. Oh, we feel so bad for Nathan McKinnon. We feel so bad for Nathan McKinnon. He did so much. Oh, get off Nathan McKinnon's jock. Get off his jock. Well, thank you, Danny. I couldn't remember if I shared it in there or not. I thought I might have. Right? You know, it takes more than one man to win a game. It absolutely takes more than one man to win a game. And that's not what they had last night. They had one man. Landeskog's goal, he was part of. It was him, right? Now, he almost single-handedly beat the Blues and ended their season. Whoops. Sorry, didn't mean that to happen. He almost single-handedly beat the Blues and ended their season. But, no, I did not. I did not get to listen to the Brett Hull's interview. I have not had a time yet. Chaco, how you doing? Dan, of course he said he picked Colorado in 6. He picked Colorado in 4. He came on and said it was going to be a sweep right away. He said that the first time he came on, right? Where is Shockey, man? We did shut down McKinnon for the first 4 games. Yeah, we did, and that was important, right? And if we got to shut him down tomorrow. We'll talk about that. I'm going to wait to talk about tomorrow's game until Ashley gets in. Ashley said she should be here somewhere around 9 o'clock-ish, St. Louis time. And you know what? I'm going to go a little longer tonight. I'm going to go for a little bit. Yeah, Dan, I seen that, bud. He seemed to think Vladdy and Thomas have something special. Oh, they do. And add Bushnevich in that. This isn't just the two of them. I think Bushnevich is the glue to those two. Right? Sorry about that. Did not mean to give you that. Well, oh, by the way, I want to tell you something to each and every one of you. To my buddy Lance, and I know he hasn't been feeling good, and I don't mean this in a negative way. I'm not going to pang on him. To my buddy Lance, and all of those who say home ice doesn't matter, you need to go tell that to the Rangers and Carolina, because the home team has won every single game, and Carolina has not won on the road yet this offseason. They have only won home games. Now, let that sink in. Are you going to give McKinnon? Avs are going to give McKinnon every chance to get tomorrow, and still have mixed feelings on who. So, we'll get into it a little bit more, right? They have won every game at home and not won a road game yet. Not won a road game yet. And I think the Rangers, I think they're going to get forced to 7. I really do. I absolutely do. And I got to tell you, I know there's been stuff about, I know they're just doing the Storm Surge now, but when they were doing the skits afterwards, I loved them. I think they got to go back to some of those. Some of those were so much fun. I think they should do it. It gets the crowd engaged. And, when they first started doing it, the crowd was just watching them. Now they're all involved in it. It's all part of it. It's a neat, interesting thing. Game 6s. Game 6s, Colorado. This is interesting, right? This is interesting. I was looking up some stats on Game 6s, right? For the Blues, right? In Blues history, they have gone to, in best of 7s. Let's see. Let me get my numbers. Wow, okay. 40 Game 7s. 40 Game 7s. They are 17-23. They are 10-9 at home. Important number. And 7-14 on the road. 10-9 at home. Recently, not so good. However, They have won some important game sixes at home. They've lost some, but they've won some, right? Remember that. They won game 6 against Winnipeg at home. They won game 6 against the Sharks at home. They lost game 6 at home to the Bruins, but won game 6 away against Dallas. Right? So something to think about. The Blues are trailing 3-2. Numbers aren't very strong. They are 4-21. They've been in this situation 25 times. They're 4-21. When the series started on the road, like this one did, 2-13, 2-8 when it started on the road. So the numbers aren't the greatest, but they weren't great yesterday either. They were not great yesterday either, and they still came trailing 3-1. Until this series, the Blues were 2-12. They're now 3-13. I'll take it. For the Avalanche, the Avalanche's numbers for game 6, they're 14-18. They're not much better. On the road, they're 8-11. There's a good chance that the numbers are good that the Blues can force this to a game 7. They when leading 3-2, they are 12-5. When it started at the home, they're 6-3, 6-2 when it started on the road. I don't know, but when they were leading 3-1, they were 11-2. They'd only lost 2 times. Now they're 11-3, and they've lost all 3 of them at home. That's an important thing. It's an important thing. I want to do a little more with Ash. I'm waiting for her to show up. Tomorrow being at home will definitely loom large. I think the Blues will have a very good track record lately of winning game 6s at home. I just talked about that. That just shows how weak they are. I don't think they're that weak. Oh, I love the after game Chiefs talk. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I don't want to play it though. We are 2-1 in Colorado this postseason. Yeah. Good point. I'm not saying anything about tomorrow because, for starters, we're still on the brink. We are not out of the woods. No, we are not out of the woods. That is a good point. Marianne says, Gabe. Okay. Yep. I get you where you're at now. This reminds me of round 1 when we were trailing Minnesota 2-1, and we won the next 3 to win the series. Ryan, good point. Someone agrees with Chris. Which Chris? Oh, Chris Lambert. Okay, I'm making sure if anybody finds Shockey, let him know. Let's find Shockey. We need Shockey. I feel so bad for McKinnon. Okay, but it is what it is. Man, I had 91. Man, 91 had a great game last night. I hope that tomorrow he brings that same energy. He did have a great game, but a lot of people were on this channel were saying he had a bad game. I remember that. And then he adds not. If we make it to game 7, I feel the Avs will collapse. They don't have a good game 7 record. They don't at all. Right. And you guys all remember last week when I used the ghost of playoff pass? I've now seen that used 3 different times in other articles. Yeah, but no one reads my articles. Right. Yeah. Yep. Yep, that is what it is. Agree with Braden. We just got to stay focused and play Blues hockey. We do, and one of the things that was different in yesterday's game, and I don't know if a lot of people realize this, up until yesterday's game, the Blues had scored first in every game. Uh-huh. Yesterday was the first time that the Avalanche scored first. And now look, I don't want to be behind 3-0 again, because that was just that, but I just want the Blues to play their type of art hat, because I just seen Braden's comment there. I just want him to have that same, and I don't want to, it's not heart, because they got heart, okay? Passion. That same passion, that same drive they had last night. And I'll tell you what, that game changed. That whole game changed on one play. Yeah. One play. I want to see who knows what that play is. I'm not going to ask you yet. I'm going to wait. I'm not even going to say if they're right or wrong. I'm going to see what people think that game turned on. It turned on one play. One play. Chris giving us a heart. I'm waiting on Shockey. All right. I probably should have sent him a message to find out because I know it's his birthday and hopefully he's not out with his family. He should be with us. Let me see if I can find him here. I got these guys sending me messages all the time, so you know my phone. Did somebody score already? No, I'm hearing a buzz. Oh, there it went. Is it you?
Yep.
Okay, I just sent him a message. Hey, buzz. That's actually that buzz there is not as bad as what it used to be, and that one I can deal with. So if you
I'm not dead this time, so.
Say again.
I'm not dead this time. It's okay.
Okay. They were relentless last night. Everyone is thinking the hat trick gave the Blues the break they needed playing for a resume of the game. That's not a bad that's a good point, but that's not the turning point.
The turning part in the game was when Tarasenko scored.
Abso-freaking-lutely it was. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't just that he scored, it was how he scored.
Yes, it was absolutely beautiful. It was one of those
no look, no space shot.
Mm-hmm.
From the circles.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I put it in the article because it was so good. Right? It was so good. All I'm saying is you need to be pissed at the DoorDash tomorrow. It leads I'm not sure where you're going. Actually, I did DoorDash last night. I did pretty good.
Right? I keep having issues with the app in this area. Like I was doing it today and I just keeps pausing my dash when I haven't, or saying that I'm not receiving orders when I am.
You may just need, best thing is unload it and reload it.
And I do it. I've done it where I've had to restart my phone like 3 times and it's still doing it. It might be the area. Yeah,
no, actually, I mean, I dashed after the show last night for 3 hours, made $65 plus a $10 tip.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that was with somebody giving me a $0 tip for going to Safeway to buy them a box of Pop-Tarts and then saying that I was rude to them.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. First of all, you don't tell me how to get to you. I dial your number in the little thing there and it doesn't go to your phone. So we call you and then I send you a picture of me holding it. Don't put it on the floor. It's in my hand, you dumb. Right. Did you read my article today?
I haven't had a chance. Like I said, I had something come up, so I'm just getting home.
Now I'm mad.
I'm sorry.
No, you know I'm joking.
I'm going to read it.
You were mad when I talked to you about oh, yeah, that's right. So yesterday, my morning DoorDash was bad. Bad. And Bob called me and I was pissed off. So he's telling me to do DoorDash tomorrow and get just as pissed off. The delivery service, they're well, you know what? It's convenience. You're paying for convenience. Yes, I do. Now, the one that's really bad when it comes to the extra fees that they tack on and they don't tell you about is Bite Squad. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What's everyone's definition of Blues hockey? Mine, the game last night. That's what Blues hockey is about to me. And Shackle's a dasher, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of us,
Yep.
It makes it easier whenever you can make your own schedule.
I had Papa John's offer me a job.
I've had them offer me a job as well, along with Lion's Choice.
And I jump on Lion's Choice. Well, I already know how I feel about Lion's Choice, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, Randy's oldest son works there. I can get free Lion's Choice anytime I want. But
yeah, which Lion's Choice does he work at? The one in Manchester?
No, he works on the one in Gravois Bluff.
Okay, right. No. I've come close to getting them to sponsor this show. I just need I need to get a little bit back. Right. Uh-oh. Hey, girl.
Yeah, she's going to want me to get off here pretty quick because she wants to go to the store.
Uh-oh. You got to go to the store. Mom's got to go to the store. Okay, Mom, we'll be waiting for you. I'm going to go a little long tonight.
Oh, okay. Well,
right. I'm going to stick around. I want to stick around for the Battle of Bird a little bit, see how it goes.
All right. Well, if you're still on, I'll hop back on whenever we're done.
Yes, ma'am. You have a good time. We'll see you back. We'll see you.
All right. Bye.
Right. I sent Shockey a message. Well, I guess Shockey's not going to be on, so I'll save it for tomorrow because today's Shockey's birthday. Do me a favor, go on, and I put it up. I'll put it up again. Go to my page here and show Shockey and the Blue Note Fan Report how much you care about us and the Warriors, and donate to the Warrior Hockey Program. His total, he was asking for $200. That's it. $200. We've got 3 people to donate. Right? So, let's see here. So I donated, our buddy, Andrew Joseph Vitale donated, and then a private donation. So I appreciate it. Come on, guys, let's get this up over. Let's share, even just go to it and share it to your thing. $200. It's not that hard. I think we can do it. Let's get that fundraiser for the, no, he's not 104 years old. I was messing with him. Yeah, Ash is gone for a bit, but that's fine. Shako says, I started Dash Line. We live in a time like this. I had a good job, but I quit when I found out my mom had stage 4 breast cancer. Sorry, Shackle. Sorry to hear that, man. I hope your mom's okay. I really do. We wish her the best of luck and the best. And please, I hope she gets better. Also, to Brandon White, August SB, Dan Bachetta, Jason Nichols, Brad Pond, Marianne Holmes, and everybody on YouTube, including Ryan Greaves, Robert Morton, Shackle Test, I think Braden Bittler and E. Guido, thank you so much for watching the show and putting a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. We love you so much. Shockey's here. He made it. Okay. It is time. Stand by. I wish Ashley was here, but she had to go. Shockey, you were too late. I'm glad you're here, Shockey. We just put up your thing about your fundraiser, and I got something, Bud, that is just for you. Just for you, my friend. So stand by. And here we go. Da, 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 da.
Norituna. Wimpo. Okay, pivotara. Pomelo? It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Ba 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 banana. Ba 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 banana. Oh, ba 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 banana. Yo plano fu, la pano no tu, ma banana la camo pitalamo, banana ba 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 banana. Potato,
And happy birthday, Chris Shockey. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chris Shockey, the Blues Warrior. Happy birthday to you. I had to do that for Shockey. He's an absolute amazing guy, and he supports this show right up there with every, he's one of the top supporters. He's greatly appreciated. We love him, and he absolutely makes sure that the Warriors don't forget about me, and I can't put a price on that. So thank you, Chris. I hope you got to see that, and thank you, man. Thank you. Right. There you go, Chris. We just wanted to make sure that you were loved on your birthday, buddy. He told me he was out in the woods, so. And he might not even have seen it. Oh, my goodness. Wow. So what were we talking about? Battle of Alberta is still 0-0. We talked a little bit about last night. So, we'll wait and see what happens if Ashley gets back and I'm still on. I should be. And you guys are, what are you, a little bit of open phones Thursday here. What do you guys, what's on your guys' mind? What do you guys want to talk about beside, even last night, what's on your mind? Was there a player last night that you weren't happy with? Right? Was there a player out there you weren't happy with? And we'll go there. Let's start there. Who's a player out there that you aren't happy with? Now, I remember what a lot of you guys were saying during the game, right? And I wish my bud here, Jeff was here. Bad Jeff was here, but Mad Jeff was here, but he's not. There were some things being said last night about different players. Danny Johnson, thank you for that thumbs up, man. Greatly appreciate it. But who are your guys that you were not happy with? Right? Who are your guys? Right? I want to know. I absolutely want to know. Who are your guys? Who are the guys that you're not happy with at all? Right? Are you guys still there? Are you there? Are you listening? Am I just talking to talk? We love you, E. You don't have to say anything. We just know you're there. We know it. Where's everybody? Let's hear you. What do you got? What player were you not happy with last night? I think I got, I got one, but I'm going to get, well, you read my mind. Be honest, I wasn't completely happy with Husso. Now, look, I went back and looked at all 4 goals. Were they honestly like something he could have stopped? Yes. Were they something he should have stopped? No. But in this time, you have to make the saves you're not supposed to make. Right? And that's all there is to it. To be honest, the McKinnon save, that 3rd goal, that's one you got to make. And I get what McKinnon did and how he did it. See, I'm not the only one. I'm there. Yes, he did. Now, this is a very good point. He did make some of the others that he wasn't supposed to make. I will agree with that. He did very well. It's a love-hate relationship with him. Nichols says he was happy with all of them mostly. Prior to the second period, you guys were hating on Tarasenko, Thomas, and Buchnevich, right? You guys were not happy with those 3 guys. right? I wrote in my article, I even said it, Blues fans were admonishing Tarasenko and Thomas, and they just waited till the last 56 seconds to tell him to shut up. Bortuzzo made one. Bortuzzo made one, and so did, I want to say it was Falk or Letty, got back on McKinnon late in the third in what should have been an empty net goal and took it off him because McKinnon was waiting until he was past the red line in case he missed for that icing. Right? If it wasn't for our team helping Husso out, making saves, we probably would have lost. It was Falk that got back. I thought it was Falk. I was pretty sure it was Falk, but I wasn't 100% sure. Falk was, that right there, that saves the game. Not me. I thought we were done. I was ready to save until Tank scored. Even after Tank scored, I still didn't have faith. Right? I did not have faith. I'm not hating on Husso. What you said in the article was accurate. Husso has actually had enough of a spark to try and help us stay in. I'll agree with that. Husso's got to be better tomorrow, though. Right? These two goals, I mean, when you look at this, the Blues, the Blues need to win that 2-3 game, 3-2 game, 2-1 game, 1-0 game. Well, Calgary just scored, and Smith doesn't look too happy. So there we go. Battle of Alberta is on. Calgary's up 1-0, and they've been behind since game 2. So since they were up 3-1 in game 2, so this is their time, right? Enjoyed Thomas' surprise look when he was scoring. Yeah, he got 2 solid goals, right? If the Blues win this series, you could say that when Landeskog had the puck with the empty net and didn't try and shoot it, that's where the series was lost. I'm not there. Popeye! Flames goal, 9:47 in the first, or to go in the first. So at the 10, I'm so bad at this, the 10-1-3, the 10-13 mark. There you go, 10-13 mark of the game. High danger chances are way in favor of Colorado. That's true. Do the Avs put Francis in game 7 if we make it? Nah, they stick. They're not changing goalies. They're not Kemper's their horse, and they're riding that horse, right? And I don't think you can put, if this gets to game 7, you can't put it on Kemper unless the Blues just tear him up. But if the Blues tear him up, it's because Colorado got away from what Colorado is. St. Louis, absolutely. I'll tell you what, the one thing that I think the Blues need to do tomorrow is what they did that won that game, right? I know we all hate the dump and chase. We hate it. But the way they did it in that last play, was something special. I mean, it really was. And let me see if I can bring that up for us real quick. Let me take a look at something here and see if I can bring that play up. Yeah, here we go. And I'll do the one that they actually, this might be a little late play. Yeah, it's a little late. The one they did with Chris Kerber's call. I'll go back and do that one because it's a little late in the play. There's actually this play really starts. Yeah, they show Robert Bertuzzo save. That was just spectacular. Do they have it? I gotta find it. Yep, here we go. I'm looking. Give me a second. Where is this? Oh, here we go. Here it is. That's kind of there. I think that shows it. Yeah, it kind of shows it. It's not completely where it needs to be. but it shows it enough. Okay. So let me go and do this. Hey, Wendy, I sent you a link if you want to join, bud. I don't know if you got something else going, but we're talking about that overtime goal. Let's see here. Let me bring this in. I'm getting better at this. I'm getting much better at this. Here we go. And I got to check something out here real quick. Looks like McDavid's in the box. Shocky's out fishing, so that's why he's just doing them birthday things. So we'll take it from there. And I'm trying, something popped up, but it's from later. Okay, let me get what I want. Oh, come on, now I got to find that play. Ah, here it is. Okay. So I'm going to bring this up. Sorry, guys. I know I'm going crazy. So I'm going to bring this up. Now, here's the play. Now, what's missed here is Barbashev actually comes over the blue line and fires this puck. Let me bring it up on the actual thing so you can see my mouse show it. Right? He fires that puck right here in the board. So Barbashev, actually, it's here, but he fires that puck into the boards, and he fires it into a place where Bozak is coming around. And if you watch this,
not there, just ahead of Byron.
Now Bozak gets free and throws the puck up here to Letty. Now this is the key point of the play right here. Right? As we continue it on a little bit.
In the skates of Letty. Here's Bozak. Winds and shoots. He scores! Tyler Bozak in overtime has forced Game 6 of the series.
Tyler Bozak has only played 7 minutes and 15 seconds in this hockey game, and he jumps onto the ice.
Oh, that wasn't the Kerber call. I got to get. We'll do the Kerber call here in a second. If you come back and look right here, watch Letty. Letty this puck almost gets by him, right? But Letty's able to keep it in and sticks with it and fires it into. And it looks like it hits this guy right here. I'm not sure who that is, but it looks like it hits him. And that's where Bozak picks up that puck. And look at all that empty ice, right? Kemper can complain about being screened, but you want to know why? 1, 2, 3, 4, and I don't even know where the fifth guy is. Look at that. Look at all that empty space, right? You and me could have scored from there. Right, look at all of that empty space. Oh, and there he is. Hey, Wendy, how you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. Long
right?
day.
I was looking at this play, and one of the things that I noticed from this play is something the Blues did in this play that they haven't done a lot, and I think they need more of, is the way they dump this in. Right? Now, you can't completely see it here, but what happens is at the very beginning of this play, Barbashev, who's here, gets up to the blue line and meets some resistance. He fires that puck, and can you see it right here where I'm circling?
Yeah, I could see it.
Okay, you see that? He fires that puck into that spot, and really, the way he fires it and the way the Avalanche are set, the only one that's going to get that puck is Bozak.
Mm-hmm.
That's what if they're going to dump it in, that's how they need to dump it in, right? Get it into instead of firing it to go around the corner, get it into that corner. Because you watch Bozak, he comes around and he stays with it. And again, look at the Avalanche. They are not. They are too worried about playing these guys and not the puck. Nobody's playing the puck, right? All 5 of them, and nobody's playing the puck. Look here at Letty. Letty's right over here.
Tyler Bozak in the skates of Letty.
I can't. Do you know who that is? By any chance, Wendy, can you see who that is? Right here? Who this is?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I need it needs to be a little bit more clear. I could figure it out pretty quick.
I can't see a number at all. But he fires that puck and it hits him and it drops right. Say again?
Might be Rantanen because
Rantanen?
Kadri's out there.
Yeah, Kadri was out there.
So it might be Rantanen.
Here's Bozak.
13.
No. New hook.
Okay. Well, it hits him and he misses it. And now look right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even know where the fifth guy is.
Yeah.
Right?
I just know the defenseman right here kind of checking whoever was up front of with him.
Yeah, here?
Yeah, that's Byram. I know that.
Okay. But Kemper bitches about Byram blocking him. Byram blocking has no issue on this play. It's this right here. Look at this.
I think what Kemper was pissed off about was the fact Kemper could not see up front of him.
Right? I just think that, this is, I mean, you look at this, by the time he fires this puck, look, he's got all this ice. He doesn't even need to fire it. Right?
Yeah.
But Barbashev's in a good spot for a rebound. True?
Yeah.
Would you say that Barbashev's, because this guy's looking right here. Barbashev's got all this area here if there's a rebound. He's not going to stop that rebound.
That's Devontae's. It looked like Devontae's was ready to get back, though.
Number 7, right?
Yeah, that's Devontae's.
Okay.
Look at how he's crouched. If you look at how Devontae's is crouched, he's ready to forecheck. That's a smart play by Devontae's. He was ready to get back in time if there was a rebound.
I think if there's a rebound, though, it goes to Barbashev and it's in the net.
I don't think so.
Right? Well, I mean, okay. I mean, fair enough. Right? You look at Barbashev to me and look at how wide he is. Right? I think because Kemper's rebounds were all coming out this way. Right? Kemper's rebounds were all coming out that way. Right? I'm not sure where you're going with. 4-3. So the Cardinals are coming back. There we go. That's what he's talking about. Similar to the Kucherov assist in Game 4 against Florida. McDavid for a high sticking penalty. McDavid, it's hard to get a penalty called on McDavid. He's got to basically kill somebody. You're not a McDavid fan, are you, Wendy?
What?
You're not a McDavid fan, are you?
I'm not a big fan on McDavid, but you gotta respect the guy. He's the greatest player in the freaking league. Well, in the world, in my opinion.
Where are you at on Crosby?
Today?
Yeah.
He's not even top 5.
Wow.
He's barely in the top 10.
Okay. Where would you put Tarasenko?
30?
I think he's higher than top 30.
I don't think so.
Right? You got to remember, he does a lot more than just score goals. He's a defensive player too. Right? And that you got to give credit for that. Right?
Yeah.
And what is he? 31 years old and he just had an 80-point season.
I mean, Patrick Kane still puts up 90-point seasons.
That's because there's nobody else in Chicago that can score.
DeBrincat?
There's nobody else in Chicago that can score.
You still have a player putting up 90 points on a team that can't score. So that right there, you're basically defeating your purpose.
Oh, Matt Jeff is here. If he'd adopt me in a heartbeat. I mean, the guy lives in a multi-million-dollar mansion, got a pool, got a hockey rink, got a hot wife. Hell yeah, adopt me. I'll be happy. Gonna get myself in trouble with that one. I released an article about last night. I don't know if you've seen it for Inside the Rink. Hoping you get a chance to read it there, Wendy. What do you think? Kane is better than Tank?
Yes.
Yeah, I got to give that. I think Kane is better than Tank. You know, he's got 3 rings. Tank has 1. I don't think his Tank's had 1 40-goal season. I think Kane's had 2.
Kane's had 2. He's had a scoring title, a Hart Trophy, Ted Lindsay, Calder. He has a big trophy case.
Yeah, he's got a pretty full trophy case. I'll agree with that. I will agree with that. What do the Blues need to do tomorrow? Or what are the keys to tomorrow's game?
Well, St. Louis is going to want to try and do what they did in the third period, because the third period, let's be honest, they controlled play from puck drop to the final horn. That's what they were doing. The Avalanche sat back and they let St. Louis walk on them, except for McKinnon and that insane goal last night.
Yeah, I mean, I even wrote it in the article. That's probably going to be the goal. If not the number 1 goal of the playoffs, it's going to be the goal of the year.
I would say goal of the playoffs, because Cale Makar honestly has the goal of the season.
Which one's that one?
He did it against the Hawks in overtime.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know. That's just when
just go back and
the one I know what one you're talking about. Now you're talking about the one where he has the puck, he starts heading back towards the blue line, he turns back around, runs in and throws it in the net.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I remember that. Right. I don't know if that's going to be the goal of the year. I think McDavid's, because to me, McKinnon's goal last night was similar to McDavid's goal. Right?
Yeah.
The Avs. Oh, I know which one you. Let me see. I think I know what you want. Oh, we're just having fun tonight, guys. I'm just talking with you. I want to know what you got. We're hanging out tonight. That's what we're doing tonight. No, just hanging out, talking hockey, talking about things, and I know what he's talking about. Let's get this up here. Get it? Not? No, maybe go this way. Pull that up. And I think that he's talking about, go a little bit further. Keep going. Kemper. I'm sorry. The part for me of this video that's the best is right there. Right there. Just a look on his face. And then I think he's talking about right there. I think that's what he's talking about. That guy kept his hat.
Yeah, he did.
What a bad fan. Right? What a bad fan. He kept his hat.
He's behind the protected netting, it's going to be hard to throw it over the protected netting.
Yeah, but what you see him do is they throw it to the center, and then the people at the center throw him over.
I know, but sometimes they don't get it over.
Well, yeah, some good hats get kept.
That one might be one of those good hats, because that one might be a New Era one, because I know the Avalanche have a deal with New Era.
New Era? Yeah, but I like how he's putting his hat back on, like, oh, maybe I should have. Maybe I'm glad I didn't throw it over there. Right?
I know there's like a few NHL teams that have a deal with New Era, and those hats are going for like $50 a hat. So.
Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair enough. I mean, that's fair enough. There is what I really want to do is I want to play the Chris Kerber call, because this is good. I love what he says. I should have put it in my article. I really should have. Here it is. Here we go. Just give me a second. Bring this back. Okay. So here is, and I'm just going to let it play. This is Chris Kerber's call last night of Bortuzzo's goal. Here we go.
It was Tyler Bozak that got an assist on the Pat Maroon goal 2-3 years ago. He scores! Tyler Bozak in overtime. You can bring out the Zamboni. The St. Louis Blues are coming home, and they're bringing the Avalanche with them. Bozak wins it for the Blues, 5-4, 3:38 into overtime. It was.
What a great call. What a great call. Right? What do you think, Wendy?
I mean, it seems like he was still not anticipating a goal to come. A great call. You could tell a play-by-play guy anticipates a true goal to come. You could tell when they amp up their voice. And it seemed like
first of all, Bozak's not somebody who you expect to score a goal. And he was just talking about Bozak getting an assist on Pat Maroon's double overtime winner in Game 7 of round 2 of 19 against the Dallas Stars.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Nick says typical Nick response.
I mean, it's a true statement. Whenever you can hear a play-by-play guy amp up their call just a bit going in their offensive zone when it gets to a goal, you could tell something's happening. I will send Guy a clip because this one might irritate you guys a little bit. Because
it's going to be a Blackhawk scoring on the Blues, right?
Yes, it's
well, before
one of Pat Foley's greatest.
Let's talk about this. I want to see Kyrou start skating with speed. You know what, Jeff? I agree with you. I'd like to see Kyrou start using his speed a little bit more. But the one thing that he needs to, that the Blues need to do, is not. Yeah, see, I'm with Nick on this. The sudden shock of it happening, I like that in this instance. To me, that may, and they're bringing the Avalanche with them. I think that's what makes the call. That's what makes the call.
This I will. You just hear how Pat Foley did this call.
Well, first of all, I will show the clip for you, but you need to admit that you have a boner for Pat Foley.
Hey, I have a jersey for Pat Foley that's going to get autographed in less than a month.
Right? So just admit you have a boner for Pat Foley.
I love Pat Foley. Is one of the best broadcasters all time.
Randy, I get what you're saying, Randy, but Nick's a friend, and we're talking about calls.
I'm just saying how when you can hear a broadcaster know something special is about to happen, it's something unique to see. This is what Pat Foley did against St. Louis back in 2014, which is something unique. This is still that Blues goal.
2014?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, this would have been an elimination game 5 too.
This was the game that basically
oh no, wrong one. I'm showing ours.
You're still showing the Blues clip.
I'm still showing ours. Stop sharing. Yeah, I forgot to bring yours in. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Okay,
where did your call? I'm just trying to show you what I mean by a play-by-play guy knows something.
You're never gonna. Fair enough. Chris Kerber's a good play-by-play guy. You're just never going to like a Blues person. Period. Doesn't matter who. Pat Foley could start. Pat Foley could get hired by the Blues tomorrow, and you would say Pat Foley sucks.
No, because I think Pat Foley's the best broadcaster in hockey history. I liked how he called games. I would listen to AHL games when he was doing the Wolves after the Hawks fired him in 2005.
Okay, well, here we go. Here's the call that you were talking about. Oh, I got my... Oh, yeah, he's not going to be a happy man. Stand by, Steve. We'll be with you in a second. I want to get this call up. First, here we go. Wendy, are you ready?
Yep.
Here's your call, bud.
Back is to the other end. Shoots one. Crawford bobbed out. Rebound. It's cleared to center for Taves. You got a breakaway. Taves to win the game. Hawks win. Hawks win. Jonathan Taves found the puck at center.
Okay, you know what?
Did you not hear how he anticipated?
That's true,
something?
but the situation was totally different. I think if I look for a one with with the Blues announcer, and I'm frustrated, so I can't spit it out. in the same situation, I think he would have, it's a breakaway too. You got to understand, in the Bozak place, you would have never known that Bozak was going to score.
No, where
Pat
I'm
not
what
have
I
guessed
was
Bozak
saying,
was going to score.
look at where the Blues player takes a shot onto Crawford, and you could hear Pat Foley's voice change as soon as that shot happened. It goes off of Crawford up to Duncan Keith. Keith gets it up to Jonathan Toews, and his voice was amping up each and every second.
But
what
there's
led
a
to
difference there. It's a lot different than that play where Bozak steals the puck and fires it. So it's a lot different thing. Hey, Shaggy, how are you doing, bud? Can't hear you, man.
Your mic.
You're muted, bud.
Oh yeah, I got it. No problem.
Okay.
How we doing? Yeah, I think
we're doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm guessing you're not doing too good today.
Actually, I'm doing fine.
You're freezing up on us, bud.
The Rangers away have not been as good. They've really had a hard time, and you're now playing a game 6 at home where the Hurricanes have not won a single one. So I'll take a game 7. I'll take another game 7. But I just wanted to first of all back up to your Blues game for a moment.
No, absolutely.
Said 2 points, and they did them to perfection. First of all, they frustrated the Avalanche when they were in the offensive zone, and the Avalanche could not get rid of them. And once they were in that offensive zone, the Avalanche had to work very hard to get them out. And that allowed them to have a persistence to get those goals. And I was going crazy. I could not believe it. I was very busy at that point, but I had the game on and I just kept looking back. They scored one. I'm like, all right, 10 minutes in, I said, you have to score one. You got one.
Yep.
Let's see you get the next one. And then when they scored that one, I'm screamed for my wife. I'm like, yo, the Blues tied it up. No way.
That was
overtime.
Now
I just feel like the Avalanche.
Steve's freezing on us. I don't know if he's in a good area or not. Happens.
I got it.
No,
Sorry.
No problem, bud.
Sorry, I'm very busy right now. So
yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
The one of the things, see, that goal, that third goal, that was actually it was a repeat of the second goal almost, right?
Correct.
The second goal, or no, not the second goal, the third goal. The third goal. Was it the third goal?
Yeah, the third one.
No, the one that tied it up. No, the fourth one was a repeat of the third one. The third one was
the third and fourth was the same goal.
Yeah, Buchnevich fires it into Darcy Kemper's pads. Now he's a little direct on him. He fires it into his pad, and that kind of and Kemper is like Husso. He gives up those big rebounds, and in giving up that rebound, it goes right to Thomas, I think it was that Thomas or might have been Kyrou. Well, Kyrou ended up getting the credit for it. They said Falk originally. Kyrou dumps it in the net. The fourth goal, that was a repeat of that. Now Tarasenko takes his shot a little more. It's a bad angle, but he does the same thing. He fires it at Kemper's pad towards his knee, and it bounces out right out in front. It's the same. It's a repeat, but I mean, I know from a sharper angle, but it's the same style of goal. They may have figured something out with Kemper and his pads.
Well, I'll tell you it's more than that. I think that, like I told you during the game, that Kemper is not the best goalie. Okay, he really isn't. And the problem is they were not putting any pressure on him at all. We're talking about where he had a very laxed situation sitting back there, and he was seeing every single shot. But as soon as they put on that pressure, as soon as they put in that effort into getting that puck all around, they scored, and they were hard to stop. And defensively, they were good the whole game. They did a pretty good job. When McKinnon scores that goal, I was like, "Okay, I can't blame that on anyone." That was just like what I call the top 3 player in the NHL goal. He just did it, and he could do that to any team at any time. It doesn't matter
My
how
only
good
blame on that one, my biggest thing with that one was Husso should have been a little bit further out of the net to cover the short side.
Well, I
right?
think he expected McKinnon to go actually to the right side of him, because McKinnon came in on that left side and he thought he had the post easy. If you saw, he moved out towards his left, thought he had the pole covered completely, and he thought he might go to the right. And that's why he thought, like, okay, I forced him anyways. He's going to miss this. And then he went up and in near him. He thought it was closed. I felt bad for Husso, actually, because I think he actually thought he was covered. He looked, I thought he covered that. But, that's
you cannot come off that post until he makes that turn, though.
That's right. And he did. He came off that post for a second. He doesn't realize it, probably. He looked back probably after that game and was like, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Jeff, I don't think Kyrou skating backwards is not as fast as you got to understand, Jeff. I get what you're saying. Kyrou is a very fast skater. But by the time that he gets to Kyrou's got to change directions, right? Kyrou's got to already be skating in order to get to that point. I don't think Kyrou let him fly by him. I mean, you got to understand the type of play and what's going on there, right?
No, but in general, Kyrou can't overplay McKinnon.
Yeah.
He's not able to. If you overplay McKinnon and he has a cutter, right, and he has someone else on the right side coming after him, that's wide open. Kyrou has to slow down and be a little bit behind him to block off any pass coming through. I think like when people watch the game and they see a fast player on the ice, they go, oh, zoom in and make a shot. The Rangers had a player, Gauthier, and that's all he did. And there's no value to that, okay? McKinnon, when he was doing all those moves and he made everyone look foolish, Kyrou had no chance to be able to make that play. The fourth goal, I was very impressed by, because you get to overtime and you'd figure a team like the Avalanche would get together. You have some great scorers like McKinnon on that team, and the Blues held their own. Not bad at all.
What the Blues did, well, first of all, this game, if there's anybody to blame for this game, it's Landeskog.
100%.
Right?
100%.
Landeskog's first of all, I get not firing the puck before the red line. I get that. However, this team has just come back and you had them on the ropes. You got to take that chance. If you miss, you miss.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right? If you miss, you miss. If it's icing, it's icing. But you got to take that chance to put the game away. What ends up happening is Falk gets back, gets his stick in the way, and that's the rush that turns around.
Right.
And I'll tell you this, you talked about this yesterday with the Rangers.
That's right.
The Blues are one of the best teams in the league when it comes to cycling the puck.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
When they cycle the puck, they can confuse anybody.
But on the other hand, when they don't, they look like the worst team in hockey.
Exactly.
And that's something that tonight, by the way, if you watch the Ranger game at all, they didn't cycle that puck at all. The Hurricanes were so much on top of that puck. The Rangers could not get it into the offensive zone cleanly. Barely. They barely did that. And the only times they did, that was either when they had a steal that ended up getting canceled or on a power play. They never could cross the offensive zone.
There was something that Barbashev did, and Wendy, you can jump in anytime, bud, right?
Yeah, I know. I was letting you guys talk it out.
Okay. There was no. Well, I just don't want Wendy to think he's not part of this, And I'm trying to be fair. There is something Barbashev did, and they highlighted it on NHL Network, and I watched it a lot more. Barbashev gets to the blue line, and by the way, I put an article out. It's not getting a lot of reads, so read it and share it for me. Tell the Rangers Nation it's worth reading.
Okay. All right.
That Barbashev gets to that blue line and he meets some resistance and he fires that puck. Now, when the Blues were firing it in, they fired it straight in.
Correct.
Normally to the left. He's on the left, so he would fire it to the left to come around. He doesn't do that in this shape. He fires it diagonally across the net to the right corner. And in doing that, he has Bozak coming around, who's basically the only guy that can get to the puck.
Well, when you do that to the corner, that's not called dump and chase many times. That's called dump. And with that, it's a very different play. When you are doing dump and chase, you're sending it around the boards for the player to try to bring it in, or you're sending it straight in for your player to beat to it. And like I explained, like if you do win your body to the puck, someone else is going to be in front of the net for an easy pass and score or a one-timer.
Well, this is kind of what happens.
Well, this is even better. What they did is they threw it into the right corner from his left. You know what I mean? He was on the left side of the ice. He threw it to the right corner. When you do that, you force the players to shift to one side. And what happens is if you're on the left and everything you pass to the right, all the players looking to the right, then he came right in, and that's it. That was
we just showed the play not long ago. There's a point where Bozak brings that puck, fires that puck back up to where Letty is. You can see all 5 Avalanche directly in line with the net.
Watch that play. When you watch that play, you'll notice how much they react to that dump.
Yeah.
They react a lot.
Yep. And then Letty keeps that puck. Bozak fires it high off the glass, but it comes back down. Letty's right there, and he keeps that puck in. And while he's being forced, he fires that puck into, who was that on 13? I forget who 13 was again.
Newhook.
On Newhook, right? And Newhook, the puck hits him, drops down. Newhook doesn't know what's going on. That's where Bozak steals that puck. And then you have the Avalanche in a straight line, and all of that ice open to the right that he's able to just settle into and fire that shot away.
Well, Guy, my phone is dying, but I'll quickly leave you with this point.
Yes, sir.
That is you're down 3-2, you're coming home. Okay.
Yep.
You have the absolute momentum right now. That game was ridiculous. Next game, I'm not gonna be around to be able to watch it. But my key for the Blues this game is start off. I need a good defensive first period. I need to see that you right away get yourself in the game. Don't make yourself have to come back. Don't do that. You want to play a game 7, you got to make sure that you tighten up that defense. Don't let them get that lead on you. You need to be the first to score. You score first.
Actually, I disagree with that. I disagree with that. And the reason I say that is because in the first 4 games of this series, the Blues have scored first.
No. I mean, in this specific game, you have to score first. When you're at home, get that momentum quick and play that defense. You want to force the Avalanche to play from a
If they score first, they got to score often.
That's right.
It's not scoring first, it's scoring often. It's not sitting back after you score. Right? Unfortunately, he had to go, but hey, good talk, man.
By the way, I got that wrong. It was Natushkin. Newhook wears 18.
Okay, Natushkin. Okay, that's what I thought you said originally, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I got to get better with numbers. I got to get better with it. I'm going to study them over the summer, and then they'll all change on me. Popeye says, agreed. The Canes full head of steam all game.
Oh, yeah.
The Rangers were without their horses. Unless it's some sort of time-traveling device readily available, you'll be waiting with the rest of us on Spaceship Earth. Not sure what you're talking about there, Popeye. For me, you know, I'm almost to the point now that I don't care what happens tomorrow night. I really don't.
Okay.
Right? I mean, and you say this, yeah, I'll be upset, but that's a game for the ages. It's like the Monday Night Miracle, right? And you don't know what the Monday Night Miracle is, do you?
No.
Figures. 86. Western Conference Finals. Blues in Calgary. The Blues were down by 3 goals. I think 3 goals, 2 goals or 3 goals late in the third, and ended up coming back and winning that game. Doug Wickenheiser scores the game winner in overtime.
Okay.
Right. So that's what we call the Monday Night Miracle. That game, this game feels so much like that now. And then we lose Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
We lose Game 7, 1-0 in the ref game. That's where Calgary got snowed in, so they brought in their own refs from the local Calgary area.
Okay.
Right. The NHL would never let what happened in that game. The NHL would never let happen again.
Yeah.
They would pause the game. They would actually pause the game if they could not bring in non-local refs. They will never bring in local refs on a game like that. On a game 7 in the Western Conference Finals, nah. So that's what that was. I do have a belief that if the Blues force game 7, they're going to win the series. The Avs will be like, what the hell is even happening here if they lose game 6? And I'm with you on that one. I really am. I think that game 6 has a lot more importance for the Avalanche than it does for the Blues. Right?
Yeah.
They blow this game tomorrow, and the ghost of postseasons past is gonna bite them right in the ass. It's already there. You could see it. You could see it in McKinnon's face. You could see in McKinnon's face, like, what do I have to do?
Yeah, because he legit put his team on his back last night, and they still lost.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 3 of the 4. Well, he was in on every goal.
Yeah.
Right. He was in on every goal. They had no secondary scoring. Right. They had no secondary scoring. I want to see this one. I do not want to see the Calgary eliminated tonight. I think Calgary's gonna be another team that comes back from a 3-1 deficit.
I want at this point, I kind of want the Oilers to just make it.
Well, because you want McDavid versus McKinnon.
No. I want a first-round pick.
Why would you get a first-round pick?
The Duncan Keith trade.
Okay, what? How does that get you a first-round pick?
I need the Oilers to make it to the Cup final. If the Oilers are in the Cup final, their first-round pick, it belongs to the Blackhawks.
So you want the 32nd pick overall, which is basically a second-round pick. I want to be in the first
round of the draft. Yes.
It's basically a second-round pick.
I don't care. It could be the 31st overall pick, please. I just want a first-round draft pick. Because the trade from Duncan Keith, there was a composition that, I believe it was a second-round pick. If the Oilers make it to the Cup final, it turns into a first-round pick.
Yeah, so they actually had the same type of deal with the Wild, right?
Similar, but a little bit different. The Wild one, if the Wild made it to the conference final and had Fleury won 4 games.
4 games. So have you heard? So I've read this. Apparently, the Oilers are not the Oilers. The Ottawa Senators are shopping that 7th pick.
Yeah, I've seen it.
What would you give up for the 7th pick?
I really wouldn't want to give up that much to go up to the 7th overall pick because
you're talking about. Wait a minute. You want them to win just to get the 31st pick.
Hey, I'm just saying, I would like us to just get into the first round. If it cost us to go into the first round by top 10, it's going to cost us too much to do it.
How about this? Jonathan Toews. Jonathan Toews for the 7th overall pick and 2 prospects.
Yeah, that won't work. The Senators would not do it.
Senators wouldn't do it? Okay. Well, then how about Patrick Kane for the 7th pick? I don't think they get who do the Oilers have that would be like a high-end guy other than
Senators,
Kachuk?
You mean?
Huh?
You mean the Sens?
Yeah, the Senators.
It would have to be probably 2 first-round picks and Tim Stutzel.
Okay, I could. See that is a trade I would offer.
I don't think the Senators would do it.
Well, I mean, if they're willing to give up that 7th round pick, why not? In fact, instead of the 7th round, give up a 1st round pick, Stutzel, and 2 prospects.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they're not giving up Brady Kachuk. They just made him as
he's their captain.
He's their captain. They're not giving up Brady. That's why I wasn't throwing Brady in there, because I'm talking about a trade that has sense, that makes sense, a trade that's doable.
There's another team out there that could be interesting to see what happens. The Devils. There's rumor the Devils are interested in moving the 2nd overall pick.
What would you give up for the 2nd overall pick?
Well, there's talk. If they did it, the Hawks could be interested in doing it, but it could involve moving Alex DeBrincat out, which would be stupid because he's a player to build around.
I would agree with that. That is that to me, DeBrincat is more untouchable or non-touchable than Kane or Taze is.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And look, I know you are in love with Kane and Taze, but Kane and Taze time is over, and they're hurting your team right now. You could do better with their team getting rid of them than you ever will with them on. And Calgary just scores again.
Who scored it?
I couldn't tell. I seen it from the corner of my eye. I'll have to take a look.
Okay.
Smith looks pissed. I think Smith's age is finally going to catch up with him.
I mean,
here we go. I'm still. Oh, I couldn't tell it. Stone.
Oh, okay.
And it hits an Oilers stick and goes in the back of the net. Hits an Oilers stick, so it was Stone. Right? I don't think it was Backlund. I think it was Stone.
It could have been Backlund.
Oh, they say Backlund, yeah.
Deflection.
Huh?
Did Backlund get a deflection at all?
No, I don't think it hit Backlund's stick. I think it's going to change to Stone.
Okay.
Because to me, it hit the Oilers stick. Right? They're saying Backlund, but I think it was the Oilers stick. They'll look at it. I'm surprised you're not standing up for your team, Wendy, after guy bashing Taze and Kane.
I've done it a lot. And
I'm not bashing them. I'm not bashing them. All I'm saying is
I'm in a long off season, guys.
Well, not only that, I'm not the only one. You guys think I'm the only one. You go look. There are a lot of articles out there.
Yeah, I know.
Saying
I read
that.
them. I don't talk about them because they're all speculation.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't do speculation type videos for my channel.
Well, I get. Well, that's not true because you did a trade deadline speculation.
No, I didn't.
I thought you did.
No, I just went live for the trade deadline.
Okay. Do you think Portland and Kansas City will get NHL expansion teams?
No. Relocation.
KC has a better chance than Portland. Portland is too close to Seattle, and Seattle just got one. Kansas City is far enough up north. They do have some distance to St. Louis, and that's going to hurt them a lot. The problem is if there's going to be you're not going to add just one team. You're going to add two. They're going to add two. They're going to now that they have the balance in the East and the West, it's going to stay balanced.
The likelihood of a new team happening, it's going to be through relocation over expansion, in my opinion.
Yeah, I could see that. Mexico City. That ain't happening. I don't think my issue with Kansas City, the problem with Kansas City is they're too close. They're almost too close to both Chicago and St. Louis.
No.
What do you mean no?
They are out of the mileage limit to do it.
Well, they're within 300.
And that doesn't factor in it. You have to have permission by the teams that are within like a 60-mile radius.
No, you have to have permission for the teams that are within the viewing area, and Kansas City is within the St. Louis viewing area, and they might, because of the Iowa Ice Hogs, be in that viewing area also. So that it's not distance, it's viewing area.
These are the Iowa Ice Hogs.
Your team.
No.
Your minor league team, isn't that the Ice Hogs or something like that?
Rockford Ice Hogs.
Rockford. Okay, no.
Iowa is the Iowa Wild.
The Iowa Wild. So the Wild maybe not. So actually Chicago won't be, but St. Louis definitely is. That is St. Louis's viewing area, right? That was a thing. See, a lot of people don't know this. When MLB started to expand out west, right? St. Louis had to agree to the Rockies getting. They could have vetoed that one team. If St. Louis would have vetoed that, the Rockies don't get that team. Because St. Louis, KMOX had such a reach that Rockies were, Denver was considered Blues or St. Louis Cardinal area. Right? I'll tell you this, guys. What's never going to happen is the Yotes are not going to Houston.
Only time if we see the Coyotes go to Houston, it's the fact they absolutely can't get a new arena in Tempe, because their plan is, with this new arena plan, play in Arizona State for 3 years while a new arena is in the process. If they don't get a new arena in 3 years, I could see it actually happen that the Coyotes get relocated, because
I get relocated. I don't see Houston getting a team.
I do.
Why? Why would Houston get a team? I mean, they put a team in Dallas. That Dallas went for years after they won their cup. They went to nothing.
The reason why Houston works, it's going to be the third largest city in America. Because
I thought Dallas was bigger than Houston.
No, Houston's bigger than Dallas.
And I think isn't LA bigger than Houston?
That's the second largest city in the
I
US.
thought the second largest city was Chicago.
No, Chicago's dropped down to number 3.
Okay. Well, by the way, Edmonton just scored. It is now 2-1, and I can't see who scored. Nurse.
But with the fact that Houston has an arena already there, they have a hockey heritage in Houston already, from the WHA Houston Arrows, the AHL Houston Arrows as well. They have a heritage of hockey in Houston that actually shows that they've had a fan base there that would show up to games. Yes, it was for a minor league team in the AHL, and then a professional league team that the professional league failed because of how they were relocating, how they were doing their business and all during the 80s.
So no, I can see that.
I think Houston honestly works because it's a huge city. They have their arena, and they have an owner there who would be willing to buy a team to probably relocate them to Houston.
I don't see San Diego getting a team.
I don't think San Diego's in the NHL's viewpoint, because they're big enough for an NHL team, yes, but that city works better for the AHL with the San Diego Gulls. New Orleans, I don't think works.
Yeah, New Orleans doesn't either. I'm with their. Sadly, no team is going to Atlanta. They've had 2 shots and went nowhere. I don't see a team going to Atlanta either. Right, guys, I'm going to go. I mean, this is a fun show. We're at the hour and a half mark. I'm going to go through the second period, the second period of the Battle of Alberta. Thrashers jersey. Who's on the back of it?
This one's going to be a Hossa.
Hossa? Okay.
I already have a Hossa Thrashers, but I would rather put it on this one.
Why not a Kachuk?
Because he didn't wear this jersey, and I'm not a Kachuk fan.
He wasn't in Atlanta during that period?
Not this style of Reebok.
Okay. Yeah, you're more of a jersey guy. You know what? I got to get you connected with my buddy, and maybe you know him, Nick from Twisted Wrister Hockey.
Oh yeah, we've done stuff with each other.
Okay, because you guys are both jersey nerds.
Yeah, we've done stuff with each other. I've been on his channel a couple of times. He's been on mine a couple of times.
He was doing a live reaction. Oh, well, tied up, Hyman.
Okay.
I just choked on a piece of ice.
Yeah, these Thrasher jerseys, I miss them so much, guys. Bring back the Thrashers, relocate the Jets back to Atlanta. I don't care.
Do you have a Blackhawks jersey with your name on it?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, my parents got me one when I was for a birthday present.
You know what this one is, right?
Yeah, it's your the Warriors.
Yeah. Oh man, I've got tears in my eyes from that. Woo! I gotta make sure I wear my Tarasenko jersey tomorrow.
I'm not reminding you.
Nick Formoto says, "Never mind, guy dying long life." No, so for those of you who may not know, even though I am in Hawaii, I am an honorary member of the Blues Hockey Warriors. Nick knows this, and I'm allowed to skate with them. They consider me a member of the team. They keep me, up to date with what's going on and things like that to a point. But it's a huge thing. And like I said, today's Chris Shockey's birthday. If you go to my Facebook page, I shared a fundraiser he's doing. He's trying to get $200. He's got 60. He needs $140 to reach his goal. For Chris Shockey's birthday, he's a great guy on our show. Hook him up and let him go. I can't believe this thing's tied. I thought Calgary
the Oilers are looking like they could realistically make the Cup final. They've been playing good hockey to do it.
Yeah, but they have. They've been playing as a unit, and that's the thing that's really of the teams that are left. I think the only team that's playing as a unit more than Edmonton is Tampa.
Yeah.
Tampa, there are not, and I'll tell you what, this is why Tampa is so good, right? And if you haven't watched them play, Tampa is so good because there's not 5 guys on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
There's one. They are one unit. It is a unit, and they are 5-man units, right? They work so well together as 5-man units, and they're able to do that, and then they're able to move guys out. When they're out there, they are absolutely a 5-man unit, and they can get scoring from everywhere.
Yeah.
Florida surprised me. I didn't think I thought Florida would be. I really thought that they had the team.
They didn't surprise me in a way that they got eliminated, but they just came into the playoffs terrible, in my opinion. They barely beat the Capitals.
How do you go 1 for in the power play?
Their
10 games.
Offense died. The offense from the Panthers died. It makes me think. I get it. Andrew Burnett's a finalist for Jack Adams, but I have a weird suspicion the Panthers go with a experienced head coach after this year.
Yeah, I do too, because he even had to say at his press conference that he hopes he's being, that I want to stay in this job. And they, the Panthers came back and said, well, we're going to do not so fast.
I have a weird suspicion Barry Trotz will be the next head coach of the Florida Panthers.
Looks like that second goal was Pavardy assisted by Nurse. So
RV got one?
Yeah, well, the one that I thought Nurse got, I guess Pavardy tipped it in.
Michael, I do feel like Coach Q would have changed the outcome of this.
Yeah, he would have made change.
It would be a better coaching matchup series because Joel Quenneville has experience coaching against the Lightning in a playoff series. He did it last year. He did it in 2015 in the Cup final with the Hawks.
Yeah.
He knows how to do matchups against Tampa. This was Andrew Burnett's first ever time behind the bench this year, and first ever time behind a bench against a Stanley Cup champion in a playoff. So he still needs time to develop his coaching ability. Don't get me wrong. I think Burnett's going to be a great head coach. I just don't think he's quite there yet. I think.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm completely with you there.
I think if Burnett gets a job, if he doesn't stay with the Panthers, I think he could be an interesting candidate to watch out for a team like the Blackhawks, because he feels like a coach that would be good to have developing while with the team through a rebuild, and be a coach to be there after a rebuild. That's why I think would be a smart move if the Panthers do decide not to go back with Burnett and they let him walk as a free agent, and he ends up signing with a team that's in a rebuild. Close, that could be close, but not quite there yet.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I can see that. There's going to be some big coaching vacancies right now, and some important ones. You've got Vancouver. You know, what does Vancouver do? Because
they have their coach.
He has not.
He did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. They announced
I thought it was a 1 year deal.
Ago.
I thought it was a 1 year deal.
Yes, it's a 1 year deal, but I have a feeling they're going to get a contract extension afterwards.
All right. So, I mean, in all actuality, his contract ends this year. It was just for this season.
But he's signed a contract. He's with the Canucks next year.
Oh, he did sign one with the Canucks?
Yeah, they announced that like 3 weeks ago.
Okay. I thought he was still out there. Then you've got
Vegas.
Who was it that just got interviewed by somebody just got interviewed. I can't think who it was now.
Barry Trotz.
Some big name. Huh?
Barry Trotz.
Trotz, yeah.
He's been interviewed probably by every team, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, he's going to get a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think he could be an option the Panthers go after.
You know what, Danny? I would jump all over that. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure that they could keep the ice cold. The only problem with the thing with ice, like outdoor ice, is it's not the weather. It's not the sun that affects the ice so much, has the wind. Right?
No, it's the sun.
Well, like in here, like they have covered areas where we've had covered areas where we've had outdoor ice. The wind will come in and melt the ice. Right? That's the issue we had with our a couple of outdoor rinks we've had. Night Shackle, thanks for joining us. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. I would love to have it. I'd go in a heartbeat. I don't know what teams you would have.
Stadium pretty much abandoned though.
No. Well, actually, I think they're going to try and rebuild a new one.
Yeah, I thought they kind of had to abandon it because it's like in a disarray of pretty much where it's falling apart.
No, it's not falling apart. They had to lock it in football. It was actually a dual stadium. It can be put in football or baseball. You can take it from the sides and slide them this way.
Okay.
Right, and they locked it in the football configuration. The other thing, wasn't that with the outdoor game in Vegas in Lake Tahoe, right?
It was the sun that was causing the Lake Tahoe problem.
I thought it was also the wind. I thought the wind had a lot to do with it.
There wasn't any wind. They did not have any wind that day. It was a pretty much dead air type of game, and it was just the sun was beaming down on the ice, causing it to melt in spots, and that's why they had to postpone the games until midnight.
I like the fact I like the fact that they went to the night instead of the day for that.
I did like the idea of it going to a night game, but I didn't at the same part because with the Tahoe game, you were seeing so many great views from an outdoor game that you won't get in like a game in a stadium.
I think what they could have done with that one was done instead of doing it like 7:00 at night, do it at twilight. You know, so where the sun's going down, so it's not hurting the ice so much, but you're still getting that, you know, that setting sun with the light. So you get the best of both worlds, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
well, Nick, go ahead, bud.
One outdoor game that could be cool. It could happen where they do it up in Calgary. There's a mountain up there that's called Lake Louise or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a cool setting for an outdoor game because that thing freezes over and they play actual hockey games on that thing quite often. I think that would be a cool outdoor game to see it because you're in a mountain basically.
Yeah, there's another one, Great Slave Lake, which is I want to say it's like the Providence between where Ontario are between where Alberta and the northern and where Vancouver is. I don't know the name of the territories, right? But Great Slave Lake is like further up, like in the northern territories.
Okay.
And it does freeze up, and I mean it freezes up like 3 feet thick.
Yeah.
So you could really do something out there. Do I think Perron gets a contract extension? That is a tough one. That is a real tough one.
If he does not go back to St. Louis, this will be the first contract he signs with a team that's not St. Louis, right?
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Because St. Louis traded him twice.
Yep. It would be a no. I think. Well, the issue is the money. It comes down to the money and how much money he wants. If he's willing to take less than what he's making now, then absolutely. But if he's not, right? Bozak's gone, and Bozak's making the league minimum.
I think Bozak retires after this year.
I think so too. I think this is the last run. What is he? 40 or 41? He was the oldest guy on the ice yesterday.
I could look it up.
Yeah, can you look it up real quick?
I don't think he's in his 40s.
He might be late 30s. He might be 37 or 38. 36?
Yeah.
And he was the oldest guy on the ice. Right? In playoff goal scoring and points and has more than even McKinnon. That's true. I mean, he's a playoff performer, but you know, at his age, you know, it's the money. Well, so much for that. Looks like McDavid was in on this one. It's 3-2 that was a power play goal.
That's a classic McDavid.
Right?
This year.
Might have been Hyman that scored it.
I'm just saying this right now. The favorites for Conn Smythe Trophy for all 4 teams, like for the 4 teams that are in contention for it. Vasilevsky, McDavid, McKinnon, and I would put Perron.
Yeah, I think there's 2 more. I think, well, actually now it might have changed. I do think that, God, and I just went blank, the defenseman for Colorado.
McCarr
was there at a point. I think that Kadri is there a little, as of right now.
Yeah.
He's there, right? What problem is, I don't think anybody can afford to pay Perron. That's the problem. Well, that didn't last long. Calgary tied it back up.
Oh, are we getting another game 1?
Looks like it. It's 3-3. Goal was playing a game of pinball. Yeah. Popeye goal for the Flames. Right? I can't see who scored it, but it looks like their mom and dad are happy. No, if the NHL goes international, could they play in Japan? No, Japan doesn't have a good hockey. I've been there. I lived in Japan for 9 years. I don't think it works. I don't even think. Go ahead.
I don't think the NHL will ever expand out of North America. If they ever expanded out of North America, it would have to go to Europe.
Yeah, they would. I'll tell you what I would like them to do. I'd like them to do something along the lines of what the NFL did with the not the XFL, the I forget what it was originally called, but NFL Europe.
Yeah.
Right? It had another name before it was NFL Europe. Make that 2 straight goals. Wow. Yeah, this is game 1 repeat.
Okay.
It might have been 91 for Calgary.
Oh my God.
No, well, see, the KHL has some issues.
The KHL is a corrupt league.
Exactly. That's the issue. The KHL does have some things like that. All right.
The KHL, I don't even think will survive after what's going on between Russia and Ukraine, because they've already lost 3 teams this year, and out of international players out of Russia, and
what teams did they lose?
Jokerit, they went back to the Finnish of Finskin. And a couple other teams I'm blanking.
I know they had a China team. I know they had a Chinese team.
They're still in it, but that team's just a joke anyways. They can't win a game. They basically iced their Team China in the Olympics was actually the Kulu Red Star of the KHL. That was their entire roster.
They had more guys. They had more guys from the U.S.
Yeah, they had
than they had from anywhere else.
On that team,
and they made them and they made them use Chinese names.
Yeah,
that was a joke.
The KHL has its problems, and I have a weird suspicion the KHL does not survive after what's been going on in Russia.
I think you could get a good European league together of 2 or 3 top. Oh, wow. Edmonton just tied it right back up.
It's game 1. Yeah. So you can use Finland, Sweden, Germany, which actually has turned into a big hockey market in recent years. Czech Republic,
you could Slovakia. You could take 2 teams out of Russia, like Moscow or something else. Take 2 teams out of Russia, take teams out of Sweden, take teams out of Germany. The only issue is the travel.
Yeah.
Right?
But in Europe, everyone's so much closer than in the States, to be quite honest. You could do a league in Europe where it's like the all-European league, where you have a couple teams in Sweden, a couple teams in Finland, a couple teams in Germany, a couple teams in Czech Republic, a couple teams in Slovakia, a couple teams
you
in
could
Russia.
Easily come up with 30 teams spread out throughout the Europe and call it NHL Europe.
Yeah. And you can make that as a development league for NHL,
But I actually think if I would do it, I would make it more of I would have it be more of have it start in February and end in September.
So do it as a summer league, basically.
Somewhat, it covers. I mean, the NHL season is extremely long. Yeah. It's one of the longest out there, right? It goes from October, usually the beginning of October, to the beginning of June.
Yeah.
Right? The middle of June, actually. Yeah. Right? This year it's back a little bit more. But you're talking, there's almost no time to have and you can't have a 30-game season. Right? No. You need to have it overall. But if you can bring it in to where you're getting you bringing guys in January, February, right? And then you could get your college kids when they graduate in March and April and get them in, play for the Euro Cup. They have a Euro Cup now.
Yeah.
the CHEL, I think it is.
The CHL.
Yeah.
The Champions Hockey League.
Your boy for tripping.
I don't like Evander Kane.
I know. Wow, what an amazing what an amazing series. This is, I mean, it's the battle we thought of. It's exactly, other than the fact that it's 3-1, it's what we thought it was going to be.
The Battle of Alberta, in my opinion, has been the best series to watch this playoff so far. Just because there's not been defense or goaltending.
Do you see the mask that Smith is wearing?
Yeah, is
Grant Fuhr's.
Yeah, Grant Fuhr mask.
Yeah.
He did that with the Flames as well.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay, well, guys, we're at almost the 2-hour mark, and it's been a great show. I'd love to talk more, but I want to watch this now. Nick, thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for coming on. All right, we had a lot of fun. Tomorrow's going to be interesting. You going to be around?
I probably can't catch pregame because I'm just getting off of work. Otherwise, I should be good for maybe a couple of the intermissions.
Are you going to be negative Nelly, or are you going to have some positive vibes on you?
I'm still going for the Avalanche.
If the Blues win Game 6, you have to pull for the Blues in Game 7.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That won't happen.
Because what rooting interest do you have in Blues and Avalanche? That doesn't do anything for you getting a draft pick.
I don't like St. Louis.
Well, guys, at least he's honest. You know what, man? Thank you, guys. You guys, I mean, 12, 15 people stick with us through the whole show, man. That's pretty amazing. Right? This channel's getting some legs to it. Not great legs, but legs, and I'll take it, you know? So, guys, have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow for game number 6 at 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This is Guy the Wild Blues fan for Nick from Windy City Hockey saying aloha mahalo. And you got to know I'm bleeding blue with you, and Nick's just being Nick. Aloha.